And we're back from the man cave. I am Chris,
I am Mark.
and we are the Incredible Hokes. You might see another little list hoke running around.
Yes.
He's supposed to be quiet while he's in here, but sometimes he can't help himself. So if you see somebody enter the picture, he's over there. He's not even on camera, but he thinks he is posing right now. So forgive that. All right, today's topic is
All right. Hey, movies that you may have heard of, but didn't hear that much about.
didn't weren't successful.
Maybe they weren't that successful, but they actually
Yeah.
were good movies, and we're going to recommend those kind of second chance.
Second chance movies.
Yes. It's like give it a second look.
Watch this one for the love of God.
Yeah.
All right, do you have one? You want me to do mine first?
We got one. Go ahead.
Inherent Vice.
Okay.
Paul, whatever, Anderson.
Thomas
T.
Anderson.
Anderson. I always get him confused. The WS one's the bad one that does Resident Evil movies. But he's got the hot wife. So.
But yeah,
There's
it's
that.
live. Yeah.
All right, so when it came out, I was all gung-ho to see it. The commercials were just, I was loving their ad campaign. It did nothing at the box office. I think it was a complete failure. I think it cost like $20 million and made like one. Like, no joke. Like something really bad like that. And I think I didn't even see it in theater. I caught it later at home. And the first time I watched it, I didn't like it. I really didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But I kept thinking about certain parts of it.
Right.
I watched it again. And then I watched it again. And now I love the movie. And I can't explain why. And we've had this conversation off camera before.
Yeah.
I have no idea why I love this movie so much. But I love this movie. And a lot of critics at the time liked it. It was nominated for like best screenplay or something, and for an Oscar. I think Joaquin Phoenix was nominated for Joaquin Phoenix was nominated for best actor in the Golden Globes. See how quickly you can turn from parent? It's a thing. I've got 3 kids, so I'm used to it. Anyway, so but first I didn't like it, now I love it, and I can't tell you why. One of the things the critics, I think partially is the critics are to blame. A lot of people were saying, oh, it's a mad screwball comedy. Watch that movie and tell me where the hell the mad screwball comedy, other than one scene with Martin Short.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that one scene, tell me how it's a mad screwball comedy. I'm dying to hear that. I would love to watch a commentary with somebody who thinks that and go scene by scene.
Yeah.
So I think the critics presented it wrong. Not so much the ad campaign. The ad campaign was fine.
Right.
So I think I was misled by the critics, and then I finally was able to see it for what it is. And now I love the damn thing.
Yeah.
Inherent Vice. Go check it out. I think it's been on HBO. I don't know if it's on the streaming channels, but definitely go check it out.
Yeah, it's hippie detective is really what it is.
Yeah.
It's
What if Humphrey Bogart was a hippie instead of a 40s hard-boiled detective?
right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and I was disappointed in that it was a little disjointed as a story, but
It is.
and that's a tale for another day. But
And
anyway.
by the way, I'm not saying it's a perfect movie. I'm not saying it's a great movie. I'm just saying it deserves a look.
Yeah, there's movies where you watch and then like it grows on you. You kind of like it's like you get it more.
I get it more.
And there's like the nuances you pick up on
Yeah.
and things like that. There was a Terry Gilliam movie. It's Heath Ledger's last movie, that Dr. Parnassus.
Oh, I couldn't
Emporium
stand
thing.
it. Yeah.
The first time I watched it, I had the same reaction you did to Inherent Vice. I was like, what was that? Kind of disjointed. I watched it again. I couldn't get the thing out of my mind for like a couple of days. I thought, I'm going to watch this again. I watched it again, and it's just like, okay. And I really
finally
liked
got
it.
it, yeah.
I really, really liked it the second time.
happens.
And it happens sometimes. So, a movie that I would pick for a second chance is Man of Steel. Man of Steel. Yes, because there are so many of the fanboys and comic book crowd out there that are fussy about, well, it's not really a good Superman story and all these different reasons. Why it was, too serious or this, that, and the other. It is a excellent sci-fi adventure. It
Right.
really is. And I think people, even if you're a comic book fan and it didn't give you the Christopher Reeve Superman, go back and please give this movie another chance.
Did you like it when it first came out?
Oh yeah, I loved it. I texted you. I was on Loot 340 for you Waco folks, and I'm texting him, which I won't be able to do now that Greg Abbott is making it illegal in our state to text while driving.
Which I don't have a problem with.
So I was, that's fine. I shouldn't have been doing it, but on 340 I'm texting, letting him know, great movie. So don't do that, Mark, again. But anyway, Man of Steel, it's a great movie, and I think people should give it another chance.
Well, I know when it came out, it got bashed really hard, and I felt it was somewhat. I felt it was I don't get it, like why they're bashing it so hard. I thought it was a good movie. I didn't think it was a great movie. I thought it was a good movie. The ending was, I remember, a little long, and then they destroyed so much. I was like, wow, this is like. At what point is this like crazy? And it definitely played with that line. And I don't know if they meant to, but it worked in Batman or Superman's favor. I don't know if that was the point, or if they just made. I don't know if they just made lemonade lemons or what, but it worked for set that Batman. So not a perfect movie. Again, just like Inherent Vice, not a perfect movie, but worthy of being given a second chance. And like I said, Man of Steel I never got why it was bashed that hard. Now Superman Returns, that thing should be burned. The negative should be burned.
That was terrible.
Wretched.
Yeah, it was bad.
Man of Steel, I think, but Zack Snyder has a history of that. You know, Sucker Punch, I thought was okay, but people just despised it, and he got lambasted for Sucker Punch, and I think he's a polarizing director, man.
He really, I guess he is. 300, that's where he made his claim to fame, was the film 300.
Yeah.
And I guess people keep expecting more of that. Well, if you do that every time, then it's not really special. And all right, let's just put it this way: they came out with that sequel, 300: Rise of Empire, whatever.
That's all.
Did you like that? You know, folks, did you? Is that? You think Zack Snyder should have stayed around waiting on that, or move on and make something like Man of Steel? I think he made the right call.
I think he made the right call, Man of Steel. I will say this in the second 300's favor: the villain, the girl,
Eva Green,
was freaking great. Oh man, she was a really good villain.
Yeah, she
was really good.
She goes for it. Femme fatale.
She was all in. That was a great performance. That would not qualify for a show of great performance stuck in an film.
Right.
She definitely was a great performance stuck in an film.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
All right, so go check out Inherent Vice and go check out Man of Steel if you bashed it before, and give it another try for the love of Pete.
Yes, please.
All right, and speaking of people that need second chances, that's you.